Hey guys, it's Sarah. I am back with another 6-day experiment, and this time I will be doing 6 days of honey. Not just because I want sweetness in my life, but I've always been a fan of honey's healing properties. I have always turned to it, especially when I'm under the weather, but I've never taken it every single day consistently, incorporated it into my life as much as possible. I guess I've never tested the boundaries of honey. When I'm feeling sick, I either take a spoonful of some really good honey or have it with some warm water. But for this 6 days of honey, I am going to try and use as much of it as possible, which is lucky that I have been lucky enough to be gifted some amazing honey by the Rare Honey Company. This is all from southwestern Australia. It's wild, it's raw, it's cold filtered, and some of them are really powerful, high potency, great for the health. And this one is one of them. This is the super red gum. It's TA20+, and that is a medicinal grading. It has healing properties, so that's really what I want to test. Can incorporating honey into my life every day really boost my immunity and help heal me? So let's see how this goes. As far as I'm concerned, a day hasn't started unless I've had my coffee. I don't normally sweeten my coffee, especially not with sugar, but I had a breakfast recently where I really loved this kind of wellness coffee that they made, where they put in fresh ginger, manuka honey, and some coconut oil. I don't have any coconut oil right now, but I want to try using my Rare Honey Company Super Red Gum. This is the one that's really good for your immunity, and I'm gonna add some to my black coffee. A bit of freshly grated ginger goes in there. I know ginger, honey, and coffee sounds like an unlikely combination, but when I had it, it really worked. And anyway, I am trying to boost my immunity, and since I have to have my coffee, it makes sense to try this. It's really good. You should definitely try this. This is a first for me. I'm putting honey not in my mouth, but on my face. I've been having like a breakout, so I really want to subdue this whole thing. I've got some little bumps that are coming up, and I did not need them in my life. So let's see what this honey does. The idea behind adding honey into my life is to see how I can heal myself from the inside out, or in some cases from the outside in. So that means usually sticking to pretty healthy territory. But what is life without a little fun and a little bit of drinking? So I want to see if I can incorporate honey into cocktails. I want to try making a riff on a bee's knees. That's usually gin, lemon juice, and honey, but I'm going to use whiskey instead. And honestly, I'm not gonna like tout the benefits of drinking, but I think this is like almost like a hot toddy, which is definitely something people have when they are feeling under the weather. And since I am going to be using my really good Rare Honey Company Super Red Gum TA20+, so this is super immunity boosting, I'm just gonna go ahead and call this cocktail a health tonic. So how this drink works is, first of all, I'm going to dilute the red gum honey in an equal amount of water and stir it until it dissolves to make a honey syrup. Then 3/4 ounce of that honey syrup goes into a shaker, as well as 3/4 ounce of lemon juice, and then 2 ounces of whiskey. And I shake that all up with ice, strain it, and we serve. So we've come to day 6, or should I say night 6, since I am clearly in bed, of my honey journey thanks to the Rare Honey Company. What have I learned? Well, this was an easy 6-day challenge because honey is really delicious and it's not difficult to work into your daily routine at all. I really enjoyed just a plain spoonful of honey, and I felt that that definitely helped with my immunity. I mean, I've been meeting a lot of people, I've been working hard the last few days, but even though at the start of the week I felt like I was on the verge of falling sick, somehow my immunity really pulled through and I'm feeling really protected and healthy right now. And I think that's what it is trying to fit it in very unobtrusive ways. So if I made a vegan bolognese and I added some of the coastal wildflower honey from the Rare Honey Company, I found that by using good quality honey rather than the cheap honey that we usually use when we're cooking, it had so much more flavor. It was really rounded and complex. Something that I did differently was I also put the honey on my face, and it worked really well. It was a little bit messy, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, at one point I started to feel all of this sticky, gooey stuff kind of traveling down towards my neck, which was, a bit messy, but it totally soothed the little breakout I was having. I was having these little bumps and a bit of inflammation. And the honey, I think thanks to its antiseptic, antibacterial properties, as well as its moisturizing properties, it kind of left my skin just feeling really nice and clean, but moisturized, glowy, and smooth. It was pretty magical, honestly. That's something I will do again for sure. And now, I am unwinding with a final nightcap. Just a cup of herbal tea. And when I was researching the benefits of honey, I was surprised to find that it's actually recommended as a remedy for insomnia or anxiety. So you can take a spoonful before bed if you have trouble calming down your mind, or dilute it in some not too hot tea. You don't want to kill those benefits. Now that I think about it, now that I'm sitting in bed, even though the last few days have been pretty stressful and pretty on the go, I've actually handled it pretty well. I usually do get overwhelmed by anxiety and stress, but maybe the honey really worked for me. And if that was just one benefit of the honey, that's something I would sign up for 100%, because I especially, and I'm sure a lot of you out there, could do with a little bit of help when it comes to sleeping better and being calmer. And I have been falling asleep really easily this past 6 days. So that is a side effect of the honey I'm really happy with. I really want to thank the Rare Honey Company for sharing their amazing honey with me. I think it's really down to the quality of the honey that you choose. You don't want to be buying cheap, sugar-fed bee honey. That's not going to do anything for you. So you want to choose wisely, work it in little by little, and I think you'll really love the results.